Grace and peace, grace and peace. Welcome. Rev C back. In this brief video, I want to look at the proof of the deity of Christ in John chapter 1. The first three verses specifically, which are known as the prologue. John's prologue handles a lot of false teachings, a lot of heresies that came about and are around today. So we want to look at John chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. I'll read it and then we'll break it apart. But one of the most important things I want you to get is before, during, and after. Before, during, and after the incarnation, Jesus was and is God. I don't want you to miss that. Before, during, and after the incarnation, Jesus was God. So if we look at John chapter 1, verse 1, it says, in arche ein halagos, kai halagos ein proston theon, kai theos ein halagos, hutas ein in archein proston theon, panta di autou egoneta, kai kalis auto egoneta ude in ha gegonin. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and apart from him, absolutely nothing came into being that has come into being. Now, let's break this apart phrase by phrase, or looking at the clauses here. We're going to see that in verse 1, the first clause, clause A, that the Logos is eternal. The Logos is eternal. We're going to see that. We're going to see the pre-existence, the coexistence of Christ, and the self-existence of Christ. All of this pushing and pointing toward his deity is found right here in this first verse, which is made up of three clauses here. So we see in arche, in the beginning, ein ha logos. This word ein, or was in your translations, is an imperfect tense of the word to be. Now, the imperfect tense in Greek simply means a continual past action. So it's saying that in the beginning, as far back as you can go, the Logos, which John is going to reveal to be Christ, was already in existence. Christ already was. So as far back as you want to go, Christ is one step further, already pre-existing, already existing. So he's eternal. God is eternal. Christ is eternal. So we're going to see divinity. We see pre-existence. We see personality. So in the beginning was the Word. There's a continual pre-existence. Clause B, kai halagos, and the word ein proston theon was with God. Now, this phrase proston theon, pros See if I can make this a little bigger. Pros speaks of equality, face-to-face relationship. They're the same. There's equality here. So in those days, you didn't look, if we were not of equal standing in society, we would not look at each other eye to eye. John is saying here that the word, the logos, and God were continually looking each other in the eye. There's communion here. There's equality here. So in the beginning, that's his eternality. The word was with God. There's coexistence, a continual coexistence. And then we look at clause C. Kai theos ein ha logos. What John says here, don't miss this. And it was God that the word was, or whatever God was, the logos was. So there's coexistence, there's co-equality, there's divinity here. This is proving the deity of Christ. Then John in verse 2, hutos ein in arche proston theon. And that one, demonstrative pronoun, that one, this one was in the beginning with God. In the beginning with God. And then verse 3, all things, panta, diautu, egoneta, all things came into existence through him. And apart from him, nothing came into being that has come into being. Nothing has come into existence except it came into existence through him. He is the creator. He brings this into existence. So here again in these verses we see the absolute deity of Christ. So I pray that this video has been a blessing. It'll help you in your Christology a little bit more. This is Rev C saying I'll see you in the next video.